Welcome to Early Childhood Education in the 21st Century. The world has changed enormously. We've moved away from children sitting still and quietly absorbing knowledge from adults, being seen as blank slates that need to be written upon or empty vessels that need to be filled. But rather we've moved to a space where children are seen as agentic. They're seen as capable of directing their own learning. The environment has become very child-centered, and the adults of tomorrow, the skills they need are adaptability, curiosity, critical thinking, and communication, which are all things that we seek to start to foster at this age. What this looks like in the classroom, we believe that play is central to intrinsic motivation, and so we have inquiry stations that are set up with multi ways of learning offered to the children. Drawing, role playing, building. There's whatever the child feels drawn to, they are able to go and explore a topic through the modality that most appeals to them. Globalization. The world is fast changing, and we need to prepare our children for the implications of globalization and what that means. In teaching practices, one of the benefits has been the ways of teaching that we've been exposed to. So Reggio Emilia is one such pedagogy from Italy that puts children at the center, encourages play, and really sees the teacher as a co-learner. An example of immigration in our classrooms is our Bring a Food Day, where we celebrate the cultures and nationalities represented in our classroom, and children get to demonstrate their culture, and we celebrate it and do it in a really respectful, fun way, and it's a great hit. Social change. So social change is a big value of ours, incorporating the changes that we see, the pressures that society is placing on education. And it's really important that we do meaningfully integrate those changes with deliberate inclusion. So we have a deliberate inclusion of all people groups. Multilingual opportunities are offered, diverse gender identification, expression, and diverse learning environment that accommodates a wide variety of needs for different levels of learning. An example of this is how we've embedded the 8 Ways pedagogy in our curriculum. It's an Aboriginal way of learning that encompasses multiple modalities of learning, and it sits really nicely alongside the Reggio Emilia pedagogy, which we spoke about earlier. Incorporated in this is the Yarning Circle, which speaks to one of those 8 ways, is the value of community. And the Yarning Circle is a practice we do every morning where children learn to speak with respect and learn to listen deeply to each other. And it fosters a safe place of respect, which is a beautiful Aboriginal practice that we are proud to incorporate. Technological change. We live in a hyper-connected world, and children are digitally literate almost from birth, it feels like these days. Toddlers are often able to swipe and scroll and find what they need. But what this means in the classroom is we need to teach kids to use this in a really helpful way. So we have digital opportunities, we have iPads, and one of our activities is creating digital collages where they investigate and explore their environments, gathering pictures, and then in groups or in pairs, they put together a little presentation for the class of what they've discovered and found. Ecological change. The future is ambiguous on this one for our kids, and it's really important that they understand climate change, species loss, and environmental damage so that they can be the leaders of tomorrow and preserve that better. We do this in our classroom through modeling it, but one of the things the kids love the most is our weekly rostered turns with our worm farm. They sort the worm food, feeding the worms, cultivating layers in the worm bin, and they collect the worm juice and then feed it to our vegetables and kind of take that cycle on so that they see the vegetables grow and then we harvest them. It's really a lot of fun, and we really feel that by encouraging children to participate in that, they'll learn to love the environment, and anything you love, you want to protect. So that's a little snapshot of how we're adapting and adjusting to 21st century pressures and changes, and really making them relevant in the classroom for early childhood education. Thank you.